Y'all ready? Is y'all ready, man? Huh? Is you ready? I hope y'all ready out there. I hope y'all ready out there. Cause we finna blast off. I hope y'all ready, fam. Share this beam out. Yeah, we finna take it all the way there. Yeah, it's time. It's time, man. It's time, man. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Peace and love to all the Moors, all the Muslims. I hope y'all ready. Turn your screen recorders on. Fam. It's time, though. Everybody out there want to win. Rightfully so. Everybody want to be a winner. Everybody want victory, right? Everybody want peace. Everybody want to have a good life. They want to be happy, for sure. As we should. We should want peace. We should want happy. We should want abundance. We supposed to have them things, right? We supposed to raise our families up and not have to worry about all the violence and the corruption, etc. How do we do that? How? Look, how do we do that? Let's start right here. First thing we got to do is we have to know ourselves. We got to know our enemies, and we got to know our environment. We have to be physically fit, mentally fit, and spiritually fit. These are the keys for peace of mind, freedom. These are the keys. So how do we do this? First thing we got to do is we got to acquire knowledge of self. Knowledge of self, going inside of self. And what does that lead us to? That leads us right here. Reawakening our yang energy, reawakening our yin energy. Going inside of self is the keys to the universe. We got to go inside. We have all, myself included, have been brainwashed and conditioned to think that the answers are outside of ourselves. The answers are within. All these symbols right here actually are not only Moorish science, but they all synchronize to find the same meanings for what we need on this salvation on this planet. Holistic philosophies 101s. If you study the Mayat, you still linked up with this, and this, etc. They're the same meanings. We've been taught to think that they're not. So when we say, what's the functional channels of the body? Pituitary, crystal room, throat chakras, Shang Chung, thymus, the Shang Wan. All of this is Moorish science, which in turn governs the channels for the pineal gland activation. This is why they was calling it the coronavirus, because they were tampering with the pineal gland's activation for the enlightenment of the body, for the temple. You see what I'm saying? It's no coincidence what they called it, the corona so-called virus, because the corona is here. Let me show you what I mean. So we go right here with it. All right, check it out. Oh yeah. Let me know y'all more tuning in from with it too. Much love, much respect to all y'all out there. It's each one teach one. Nobody knows it all. We just share information, that do research on the information, and then we strengthen each other, because it's going to take all of us to defeat the monster. To defeat this monster, it's going to take all of us. So big egos, big eyes, and little U's is not going to be the solution. You know what I'm saying? In order to defeat this monster that's on the planet right now, it's going to take all of us collectively to start ascending. Again, ascending in the aspect of physically, mentally, and spiritually. Know yourself, know your enemy, know your environment. So when we're saying spiritually, Spiritually, if we look up the word spiritual, spiritual means breath and nothing else. I see people that they on the path, but they think that they're saying spiritual. Spirituality is the activation of this right here. This is spirituality. Spirituality, again, is the activation of the glandular system of the human body, the living being. So when you say that you're spiritual, that means you practice the art of breathing techniques. That's spirituality. It's not about crystals and all of that. Breathing techniques and the art of breathing and the glandular system's activation. That's spirituality. So when we say, why did they call it the so-called coronavirus? Because it was an attack on the crown chakra, which is here, to get us to stop our art of breathing. Hence, that's why they had us put a mask on. Everything that they do, it's not a coincidence. They just use this science, they use it for the dark purpose. They use these sciences, which is moral science, they use it for the dark. This is why they said put a mask on. You put a mask on because you stopping your breathing from the throat energy center, which disrupts the living being's channels for full body activation. See, they don't do nothing by chance. There is no, well, we're going to just tell the people this for something that, no, they have a reason why they tell people to put a mask on. It's a reason why the so-called health industry uses this symbol right here. They use this symbol because it symbolizes nobility and it symbolizes the 7 chakras of the human body. You see? But everybody wants victory. Everybody wants victory. So look, let me share something with y'all real fast. Hold up. Let me share something with y'all. Let me share this with y'all. In human life, most people enslave their minds and spend their energies to serve their bodies and satisfy their desires, thereby mistaking the servant for the master. In the higher orders of the universe, which human life was designed to reflect, spirit is the master, and energy is the tool through which the spirit expresses its creativity in material form. In order to harness the power of the universe for the benefit of humanity, human beings must pattern their bodies as well as their minds on the universal order of creation, reflected in nature and the cosmos known as the Tao. Check it out. For this is the context in which human life evolved. When practicing the Tao, one must learn to balance physical health and vitality with spiritual awareness and virtue. For that is the one and the only way the Tao works. So when we go back to these symbols again, keep in mind, these symbols are Moorish tools. They just tools. There is no one tool that we are supposed to be locked in. There is no one technique. All right? There is no one technique that we supposed to be knowing. We supposed to be using all the techniques, all of the knowledge we're supposed to use on this earth plane as tools for the advancement of our living beings. We are all on a journey to find ourselves. And this goes back to here. Know yourself. Man, know thyself. All right. This is where it goes back to. Mentally fit, physically fit, not just spending all our time reading books, actually getting out there, getting physical. And the activation of the spiritual is the breathing. And this is the victory. Included with the victory, there has to be awareness of language. You see, language is a major key. This is why the John D. Rockefeller school system has put so much emphasis on not teaching etymology. Not teaching us etymology, not showing us stuff like this. See, them not showing us stuff like this was no accident. It was no accident why we just think words are just words. There was a grammatical key. We have not been shown this by default from the John D. Rockefeller school systems. It's not like, well, they just did an overlook on this. Nah, they did this deliberately because words cast spells and words are magic. Words are magic. Adjectives are colors. See, when people say things like, well, words don't mean nothing. If words don't mean nothing, why do you use words to cast spells? Words are everything. That's why they said in the beginning was the Word. And the Word was with God. And the Word was God. So if the Word was with God and the Word was God, look, let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If you a Bible thumper, then you can follow along because you know the scripture. Whether you study the Quran, whether you an Israelite and you study the Hebrew text, look at the language. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. God, in the beginning, through him things were made. Without him, nothing was made. And then we'll say you got people out there that just be like, well, I don't get caught into words because I'm above the structure of words. Just think about that. How can you be above the structure and the function of words if we use words to communicate every day? No one is above the law. This is why law governs all events. And this is why law has not been taught in the schools, because it keeps people in a self-righteous mentality. You get it? See, if you stuck in self-righteousness, your mind is capped. Cognitive dissonance is real. Anytime you hear somebody come with language or information that gets you to be like, nah, that goes against what I believe in. You already, once you say that and your mind is on that, you already in a trap because your mind is on belief. It's not on knowing. And again, everybody want victory, right? But victory requires discipline. Victory requires dedication. Victory requires knowledge and the activation of that knowledge in real time. Physically fit, mentally fit, spiritually fit. These are the keys to victory. So when we go right here, check it out. Right over here, out of the book, Holistic Philosophies 101s. Then we go right here. Peace and love to all the morals out there. What it say? It say, there are no contests in the art of peace. A true warrior is invincible because he or she contests with nothing. Defeat means to defeat the mind of contention that we harbor within. Going back to this again. Know thyself. Islam, or when you bow deeply to the universe, it bows back. When you call out the name of God, it echoes inside of you. All things check this out. This is where it get crazy at. All things, material and spiritual, originate from one source and are related as if they were one unit. The past, present, and future are all contained in the life force. The universe emerged and developed from one source. Run that back. Damn. The universe emerged and developed from one source. And we evolve through the optimal process of unification and harmonization. All sounds and vibrations emanate from that word. Didn't we just say the word? Hold up, time out. Time out, time out, time out, time out, time out. Didn't we just say in the beginning was the word? And the word was with God? And the word was God? In the beginning was the word. So words matter. Everything that we say out our mouth has an energy attached to it, a frequency attached to it, and a vibration, which either harmonizes for the positive or harmonizes with the ignorance or the darkness. This is why linguistics, we have to go back into linguistics. Don't rely. If we keep relying on the school system, John D. Rockefeller and Frederick T. Gates, their school system, it's gonna be hard times. It's always gonna be a struggle. Look, let me show you what I'm talking about. Look, let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Look, when they say about linguistics, all right. Watch this right here. Look, watch this right here. Look, when we say words matter, all right. Words matter, right? Hold up. Hold up. Words matter. What did it say right here? This is a graph of electron orbital shells. Okay? We on page 157. Now, if you saying the electron orbital family of shells, which we give off from Ptah in an ancient African electron model, which is this. Our bodies resonate energy, frequency, and vibrations even by just humming. So you can hum, like when they make the sound, When we make those sounds, we radiate energy, frequency, and vibration. So everything that our temples do has a string that's plucked in the universe. Each one of us are generator operators and destroyers. We life bringers and we life takers. But in the school system, though, they only get us to be in the mindset of a belief, self-righteousness. The keys to victory are inside of us already, though. Whole time, look. Let's keep going. So when you say something like El, what is El again? El is the origin of the name of God. In Judeo-Christianism, Islamic, and various Mesopotamian religions. What is El? El again over here. Nah, we flowing and going. So now we over here. Are you confused about law? Shout out to the Moor, Jamal Talib Abdullah Squirrelfoot Bay for the literature. Now we over here now, right? Let's go. Let's go, right? Keep this in mind. We talking about an electron model. This is ancient African electron models for the human body, for us right here. Okay? We talking about solutions now. We talking about victory. How do we get it? Now you come right over here to the 5 nations or 5 civilized tribes are truly Moorish titles of nobility, codified Ali, Al, Bey, Day, and El. El, there go that word El again. But we saw the word El over here, didn't we? Didn't we see the El over here? My so-called Islamic people, my so-called Judean people, my so-called Hebrew people, there's El right there. That's the symbol. That's the language. See, the language over here ties it in. So when you say El, Eloah, Elohim, Allah, Elu, you're still using Semitic script, which is Moorish script. And keep in mind, peace, love, there is no technique. There is no one technique to be locked in. Keep in mind, all these right here, all these symbols are keys to the reawakening of the mind. For us to awaken our potential, we have to literally go into all of these. There is no one to dive into. All right? Mayat, dive into Mayat too. Dive into all of them. All right, dive into all of them. But the word El is the origin of the name of God. What do you have right here as one of the 5 civilized tribes? El, usually given to women, creators of law. What? El, creator. Hold up, wait. Where we at? Where we at, man? Where we at? Where we at? Peace, more. Where we at? El, creators of law, usually given to women. Legislative branch of government, Congress, the 7 Eloah or Elohim. Does that look familiar? We all love them. So whether you are an El, a Bay, a Day, a Al, a Ali, you are in tune with the frequency of the universe. But what gets us out of tune? What gets us out of tune? The harmonic vibration, frequency, and energy that we resonate out of our voice boxes, our think boxes. What we think can be heard by the universe. What we say makes it into action. See, it's not about just what you say, it's about what you think. Because if, like people say, think rich, and what you do? Think rich. If you think rich, then you're going to be rich. You're going to grow rich. If you think broke, if you think poor, you're going to be poor because it's the energy, frequency, and vibration that resonates with the universe. If you think rich, then you're going to be rich. You're going to know you rich. If you think poor, you're going to stay poor. It's all science. You feel me? You feel me? Look, let's go. So when we say the 7 Eloah, right? Right. Think and grow rich. Think positive, you're gonna be positive. Think negative, you're gonna stay in the negative. Look at the attributes of more science. Ali, El, Bay, Al, and Day. We like this. Now you go to the 7 Eloah, then you go to the 7 days of the week. Sunday, Domingo, that's the sun. Moon, Monday, Lunes. Mars, Tuesday, Martes. Mercury, Wednesday, Morcoles. Jupiter, Thursday, Jueves. Venus, Friday, Viernes. Saturn, Saturday, Sabado. You see how it all ties in? All of this is mathematics. All of this is science. All of this is religion. Because people think that religion has something to do with what we have all been given by these people who have been in so-called power. These people ain't never give us religion. The masses, we've never been given religion. Let's go. Let's go. We never been given religion. Let me show you what I'm talking about. We think by going to a church, so-called church, we've all been conditioned. This is why the Great Awakening is on. We all been taught that going to some building, giving somebody donations, hearing them hoot and holler on the podium, and us in the congregation, we think that that's church. And them saying, y'all are saved. Y'all all are saved. And then we leave the church building, and then we see our people get slaughtered in the streets, and we think like, well, you feel me? That's not church. That's not religion. Religion is this right here. Out of the book, Isonomy. Peace and love to all the Moors out there, all the Muslims, all the Asiatics out there, all nationalities out there. We have been given dogma. Okay? Now, religion, the word religion is derived from the Moorish Latin word religio, which expresses respect for that which is sacred, divine, universally manifested by and through all in nature. Nature. That's religion. Nature. Religion was founded by the ancients as an elementary teaching tool for children, designed to introduce the science of life, in other words, the inner workings of nature. In its proper context, religion is not dogmatic. but is an elementary science used to bridge the gap between flesh, mind, and spirit. Then we say something about spirit. Then we say something about dogma. Hold up. Well, let's go. Yeah, let's go. I'm feeling that. What is the etymology of dogma?
According to dictionary.com, in the early 16th century, dogma entered English from the Latin term meaning philosophical tenet. The Greek word from which it is borrowed means that which one thinks is true, and comes ultimately from the Greek dokion, which means to seem good or think.
Did you catch that right there? Bing bong. It's a what? That which one thinks is true. And this is what again? This is dogma. And what it say right here again? The book is called Isonomy. We cooking. Page number 8. We cooking. And it say religion is not dogmatic. What is dogma? Dogma is what? It seems to be good. They think that it's good. See, it's a philosophical tenet. See, this is dogma, which is what they've been giving all our people. The planet has been given dogmatic thinking, philosophies. It's not been true. It's been given to us in a way that it looks like it could be true. This is why so much confusion about what people think religion is. And once they hear the word religion, they automatically shut down. They shut down when they hear the word religion because they think that dogma is religion and religion is dogma. Nothing could be further from the truth. You see that? Let me let that rock. Let me let that rock. Yeah. Let me let that rock while you see this. Somebody might want to get a screenshot out there. Somebody might want to get a screenshot of that. Somebody might want to get a screenshot. Let me keep the phone still because that B.I.G., that's that shit. You know, y'all know about that B.I.G.? That B.I.G. Somebody might want to get a screenshot of that right there. Let's cook though. Then you would say, what we do to obtain victory, because we all want victory, right? We all want victory. Physically fit, mentally fit, spiritually fit. Getting back to ourselves and to get rid of these people that's right here. These people that's over here, they use all of this science for the dark side. They flip this up right here. So when I say flip this up, right? Watch this. When I say these people flip our science up, because they know the positive science, so they flip it to the negative science. What do I mean by that? Rah! Exactly, Cujo. What do I mean when I say how these people flip the positive science to the negative science? Here's a clear example of what they do. Now think of the so-called transgender flag. Think of the so-called gay pride flag. You see it right here? You see how they flip the colors? They've reversed the natural order of things, this natural structure of things, the natural nature of law. They've reversed it and they've changed it to this instead of this. Bing bong. Exactly. They have flipped nature upside down, inside out, creating chaos. Exactly. See, this is why I rock with y'all. Because we be intelligent morals out there all the time. Peace and love to all y'all critical thinkers out there. All y'all out there that use that medulla oblongata. All y'all out there that use that cerebellum. All y'all out there that actually don't go along to get along. You feel me? Now, hold up. Let's go right here with it. It say what? It say what right here? It say The heart of what? The heart of this? Hold on, where we at? It say, the heart of the art of peace is true victory, is self-victory, day of swift victory. True victory means unflinching courage. Self-victory symbolizes unflagging effort. And day of swift victory represents the glorious moment of triumph in the here and now. The art of peace is free of set forms, so it responds immediately to any contingency, which thus assures us of true victory. It is invincible because it contends with nothing. Rely on true victory, self-victory, day of swift victory, and you will be able to integrate the inner and outer factors of life. Clear your path of obstacles and cleanse your senses. Ether. Can you hear that? That's Mother Nature talking, dog. That's Mother Nature talking. You feel me? We talking about victory. You talking about victory? You talking about getting them up out of here? Huh? You talking about getting them up out of here? First thing you gotta have in your mind is, you gotta have that in your head first. You gotta have that in your head first. You gotta know yourself, know your enemy, and know your environment. So once you know yourself, how these people right here gonna finesse you? How they gonna finesse you? How they gonna get you to put a mask on again? Are you gonna put a mask on again? Are you gonna do that to yourself again? Are you gonna block? Hold up. Are you gonna block? You gonna block your body? Hold up. Are you gonna put a mask on to stop your crystal room cavity of the spirit tongue? Are you gonna do that to yourself? Are you gonna do that to yourself again? Huh? Wait a minute. Wait. Hold up. Are you gonna do that? Are you gonna do that to yourself again? Are we gonna allow these people once again to finesse us again and lie to us again? Because they did it for 2 years. They did it for 2 years. You feel me? They had us out here tricked. They had us out here fooled, bamboozled. Are you gonna fall? Are we gonna fall for it again as humanity? Nah. That shit dead. Ain't none of that. What they say? You fooled me once. You ain't finna fool me again, though. You ain't finna fool me again either with this language over here either. R.I.P. Pop Smoke. You ain't finna fool us again. You ain't finna have us out here thinking that we this again. It's over with for that. All that black and the misconceptions and all that, you're not gonna trick us again. You see, because the so-called scamdemic, it's been in everything, fam. It's literally been infiltrated in everything. Everything. From healthcare to food to housing. Listen, Noble Drew Ali said we're gonna be taxed to death. Taxed to death. The IRS is a fraud. Fam. They put all this stuff on The Simpsons, cartoons, TV shows, and the movies, blah, blah, blah. They put it all out there. It's just people just so distracted. See, the distraction got us thinking like, with, Hollywood, what they gonna do? Hollywood will put it out there right in front of us, but we'll just think it's entertainment. But they really putting it out there, and if the people go along and get along with what they showed, all right, well, y'all have just consented as humanity. That's the law of cause and effect. That's how it works. If I show you and I tell you and you see what it is, like cigarettes, for example, cigarettes have on the box, smoking will cause cancer. Call a surgeon general. Yet and still, people still fire them cigarettes up. You see? See, once you shown the truth and you say, I see it, but I don't care. Okay, well, that's consent. That's acquiescence. I showed you that it's harmful. I showed you it's poisonous, but you went along because you wanted desire. You had a desire to smoke. You had a desire to eat something that's unhealthy. McDonald's, Burger King. They got so many videos about the healthcare industry. That's that documentary called What the Health? Fam. They literally put it out there to all of us. But people gonna be people. I mean, you can't say that they ain't show you though. They told you that it was bogus for you. It caused cancer, but you eat it anyway. And then think like eating something that causes cancer is not harmful to the mind. If something is causing cancer, obviously it got to be some kind of, like, for example, real quick. Think back about a year ago, some change. Think back when people was going crazy. I'm talking about batshit crazy for them damn chicken sandwiches. Think back, wasn't too long ago. Think back. People was just going insane eating them chicken sandwiches. Love my chicken from Popeyes. You was going crazy for that shit, right? Yo, you was going insane for that shit. And what happened? You had people driving through, damn near driving through the restaurant to get some fried chicken from Popeyes. You remember that? I'm talking about going crazy. Tripping. Tweaking. What happened? So do you think the ingredients in something that you eat to make your ass do something like that, do you think that's some healthy food? Love that chicken from Popeyes. You love that chicken from Popeyes. You love that. But if anything got you tweaking like that, ain't nothing gonna be good up inside that. Whatever it is, it's something else inside that got your ass tweaking. For real, you fighting people because they ain't got no more sandwiches? It ain't that serious. Yeah. I mean, it's good to have some good food, but if it got you driving through the damn restaurant to get to it, and you flipping, you tripping because it ain't in there no more, it's some other ingredients involved inside that got, like, psychologically got the mind tweaking. And here we go again. Yang, they tampering with the yang energy. They're tampering with the yin energy with the food. They're tampering with our energy, but they couldn't tamper with our energy if we just stopped consenting to the tampering. That part. Stop consenting to the tampering. You don't have to consent to this energy. See, that is really that simple. Stop letting them get you. That's what it is. Look at this right here. Look at this right here. Look at this right here. For all you Moors out there, we all Moors. That's facts. We all Moors. And if you don't think that we are Moors, well, then you just need to do a little bit more research. But I'm going to show you something right now that should put a bug inside your head and just electrify yourself with something. You say this right here. Look at this right here. What is this? What does this say? If you still out there thinking that I'm gonna just call myself something that they told us to call myself because it don't matter. They gonna do what they do and words don't mean nothing. Remember earlier when I said and I showed that in the beginning was the Word and the Word was with God and the Word was God. So words matter, right? This is law. Virginia passed 2 acts in 1682. Let me start that one off. Virginia passed 2 acts in 1682 that combined Native Americans and Africans into one category. Negroes and other slaves. Just let that let that one just marinate. Let it marinate. Just let that one marinate for a little while. Let that one marinate for a little while. All so-called Native Americans out there that you going so hard to be Native American, you going so hard to be a so-called Indian. And all y'all out there talking about you Pan-Africans and whatever else, people of color. All y'all out there in 1682, guess what they did? They combined both of y'all asses up. And they called y'all Negroes and other slaves. This is law. This is law right here. Because because we're not African. We've never been African. That's why it took so long for them to falsely label us African, because we never were. We've always been American. The so-called word, see that word right there? See that word right there? Nigger originally pertained to American Indians. You see that word right there? The so-called word nigger originally pertained to American Indians. It was never in reference to an African. You see that? So if you still classifying yourself as a so-called Indian, they labeled you niggers first. Because they had to put some kind of bogus ass narrative out there. That's what they did. Did you know? Beginning in 1912, all non-reservation Indians were classified as black in Virginia. In the beginning of 1912, this happened in look at the date. This ain't ancient. This is 1912. So if you wasn't on a reservation in 1912, guess what you was classified as? So-called black in Virginia. By the Virginia Bureau of Vital Statistics. This is documented facts. So when you see this and you hear this, I mean, you still gonna go with it? On God. And another fact is, like Moore just put up there, in 1621, Indian was substituted for Moors. But again, you say you going so hard to be Indian, and you don't even know the real statistics behind that destructive word. It's destructive. It's genocide. But again, if they can finesse you and they can convince you to think that they gave you that name and you buy into it, they got you. They got you by the brain, because your mind is in a state of, well, they told me who I was. My mom and them told me who I was. My daddy, they told me who I was. So that just gotta be who I am. That's not who you are. That's not who you are. Somebody put up there, what about Indians in India? That's a good question. There is no place called India. The land over there, the continent over there, is called Asia. Let me show you what I mean. The name over there, let's take it to the globe. This over here is all modern. Brainwashing. This land over here and the older maps, not the newer globes and not the newer flat earths and all that. India is actually a lie. It's really called Hindustan. And these people over here, they don't speak so-called Indian. They speak Hindu. They speak Arabic. It's so many different dialects that they speak over here. And the actual continent over here is called Asia. All this is Asia. You feel me? All of this Iran, Afghanistan, Palestine. All this is Asia. All this over here. China. All this is Asia. Thailand. All this is Asia. This is an Asian continent. Sri Lanka. All them over here, they speak various dialects. And guess what? None of these people over here speak a language called Indian. It doesn't exist. It does not exist. You cannot find a language on this earth, on this planet, called Indian. It doesn't exist. It does not exist. You will not find it. So in order to get freedom, peace of mind, truth, victory, you want to have salvation, you want to have anything that's going to get you in a place of some kind of happiness, you got to go back here. See, once you go back here to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, you stepping in on solid rock. You stepping on solid foundation. Look at this right here. Look at this right here, fam. Look at this right here. This is what these people, they don't step into this. They don't step into this right here. They don't step into this right here. You want some peace? You want some happiness? You want some peace and happiness? Then you got to go right here. You got to go to nationalism. You see, nationalism. See, this is what El Haj Malik, this is what he was talking about. He was starting to speak about nationalism. Muhammad Ali was speaking about nationalism. That's why they had to get them out the way. Because nationalism is one of the keys to our salvation. One of the keys to us having peace and freedom. Nationalism as a social and political act initiated by the sovereigns of the land and is a universally recognized and self-defense instituted political right. So just like studying martial arts, this is a martial art. It's called nationalism. It's a social and political self-defense. Listen, all y'all out there that study martial arts, that's what's up. I fucks with it. You study martial arts, the art of self-preservation. You combining different moves and different strikes, different blocks to defeat your opponent. Nationalism is a form of political and social self-defense. You defend yourself when somebody politically tries to slander you, tries to kidnap you. Slave patrol. How they try to come as law officers. Slave patrol they're not law officers. The people that wear blue and white, they slave patrol. They don't come in peace. They come as agents of war. That's what they come as. So any of y'all out there who think I'm gonna sign up to be the police, you're signing up to be slave patrol, fam, against your own people. That's what the blue and whites was established for. Slave patrol. They're monitors of slaves, so-called black people, colored people, Indians, etc. That's who slave patrol was originally created to strike terror in. That's why they was created, to keep the so-called black slaves in line. That's the police. That's why they always in our neighborhoods doing what they doing, trying to keep fear in our people's minds, trying to get us not to be in a mindset of freedom. But we could party though. You could party. You could party, go crazy, right? And who there on the sideline? Slave patrol is there on the sideline just in case it get crazy. What happened? They gonna pepper spray the whole crowd. People gonna get locked up. You see, they'll let slaves party. They'll let slaves do all that stuff. But when it's time and when they bring that pepper spray out and they bring them batons out and all that, what they gonna do? They ain't gonna ask no questions. They not coming to ask no questions. They not finna do that. They gonna come through and they're going to operate off the color caste system. Oh, you fit that's why they say you fit the description. This is why they talk like that. The description of what? What do you mean I fit the description? Who are you? Description of what? I'm a Moor. There's no description. I have an ancient blood tie to the land. It's no description. Adjectives are descriptions. My nationality is Moorish American. What are you talking about? Description. But this is why they talk like that. You fit the description. This, you see? Now, in order to get this victory, you got to go back into knowledge of self, knowledge of your enemies, knowledge of the environment. You can't beat who you can't see. All right? If you can't see them, it's because you got a blindfold on. And it's called cognitive dissonance. That's the blindfold. The blindfold is cognitive dissonance. It's not like somebody putting a blindfold on you. You put a blindfold on yourself when you think in a belief state of mind. That's cognitive dissonance. That's choosing to be in a state of ignorance. Knowledge is the absence of ignorance. Once you got knowledge of something and you apply the knowledge to the situation, problem solved. But an ignorant person will stay in a belief. This ain't gonna work because I believe it ain't gonna work. When you need work done on your house, you don't call somebody who thinks in a belief state of mind. You call somebody, you want your roof done, you gonna call a roofer. Somebody to fix roofs, to fix the roof. When you want a specific job done, you call somebody who got knowledge about that particular subject. You need something done. You need something done on your house. You gonna call a plumber to fix things going on with the plumbing. You're not gonna call somebody that fix cars to fix your plumbing inside your house. You see? But see, this is the key though. Having acquired knowledge of all of this. Acquired knowledge of all of this. All of this goes together. So it's kind of like when somebody says a jack of all trades, right? But see, you want to master as many things as you can. It's just not about being a master of none. You want to be a student as well as a master, but remaining a student is the master, because you realize that you never gonna know it all. But what you put your mind to, you want to know as much as you can off that subject so you can do for self. So you ain't got to go to somebody else. Master self. That part. Look, which leads us back to nationalism being a form of self-defense. Nationalism rights may be authoritatively. Oh, let me start that one over. Nationalism rights may be authoritatively initiated and made public notice by the legitimate and true nationals of the land, Islam, or political state or country. Such a broad-based political and social saving power and measure is effectuated through the natural peoples specifically identified and legitimate national representative government. In the law of evidence, identity of the nationals must be affirmed and proven in such matters. What does all that mean? What does all that mean? All that? All that. What does all that mean? It means when you declare your nationality as a sovereign being on this planet, not only are you using self-defense, defending yourself socially as well as politically, you link yourself up with your ancient foremothers and forefathers. And not only that, you are given the keys to the kingdom of heaven. This is the importance of nationalism. You tell somebody who's not a sovereign in your land, i.e. European hybrids, Where's your green card? How am I paying taxes in Moorish lands to you and you're not a sovereign, you're not a national? What? Why are we as Moorish nationals paying Europeans, hybrids, any form of taxation without representation? This is why we have no techniques. There is no you must study this one technique. What do you mean study one technique? Why are we paying taxes to foreigners in American lands? You ever thought about this right here? Look, let me show you something. Look at this right here. How much time we got? Okay, we got a little bit of time left. Peace and love to all y'all out there. I appreciate all y'all out there. Each one teach one. You ever thought about this? When Europeans come over here, how come they not called European Americans? They not called European Americans. But our people that live in North America, born in North America, call themselves African Americans. What? How? Why? So why ain't they called European Americans? Because if they was called European Americans, that'll mess the game up. So they, instead of calling them European Americans, they put a false tag on them called white. And white is a free national status that only belongs to Moors. Only belongs to Moors. It does not belong to European hybrids. Shout out to Greenville, North Carolina. It don't belong to them. But to keep the game going, they gotta convince us to accept this slave brand called black. The slave brand called Indian. Because this is what the dark forces use to trick us. They use media propaganda. They use deception on TV. They hire puppets to put narratives out and run it 24/7 up and down on TV to convince people that, yeah, y'all are this. Yeah, this is what y'all is. Y'all this. Y'all ain't never nothing else but this. Y'all ain't never been nothing but this. That's all y'all ever been. That's all y'all ever been. That's all y'all ever been, man. Don't try to be nothing else. Just be that. And that's what they've been telling us. But we this. We Moors. We this. We up here. You feel me? We up here. This who we is right here. We this. All this right here is us. We up, fam. We way up. We this. We love truth, peace, freedom, and justice. We L's, Bays, Ali's, Al's, and Days. We this. We got a nationality. You feel me? We know who we is because we dealing with nationalism. We dealing with self-defense. We dealing with knowledge of self, knowledge of our enemies, knowledge of our environment, being physically fit, being mentally fit, being spiritually fit. This what we is. We ain't going over there no more. Nah, we not going over there no more. Nah. We not going over there no more. That shit dead. We ain't going over there no more. We ain't getting tricked no more. This is why they had to keep these spells going. They got to keep this narrative going, this fake narrative like, yeah, African Americans, Indian Americans, and Chinese Americans, and Japanese Americans. But how come they don't call Europeans European Americans or Euro Americans? You see how they conveniently just lead themselves off from the whole Chinese American, African American conversation? You slick, but your asses ain't slick enough, though. You ain't slick enough, though. Nah. It's over with for that. So if brown skins are native to America, when are so-called white skins, pale skins, to begin being deported. About that. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? They talking about make America great again. Yeah, we can make America great again. How we gonna make America great again if the Americans don't want to be American? They want to be everything else but an American. They want to be Indian, Native American, American Indian, Pan-African. You want to be, hey man, yeah. Hey, you gotta be an American to have say so in America. And to be heard in this land, you gotta actually be in proper status, which is in propria persona sui juris sui heritis, which comes back to this. Bing bong, a nationality and birthright. And this is what Prophet Noble Drew Ali was talking about. People try to put the Prophet Noble Drew Ali in a box. Fam, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, this how raw Prophet Noble Drew Ali was. Hold up. Let me put this on. See, y'all, see, hold up, see. You just wanted them to do it, didn't you? You just listen.
And the Wu-Tang sword style. If what you say is true, the Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
Huh? This what they was trying? This what they was trying? They was trying to get us not to go here, huh? They was trying to get us not to go here, huh? They was trying to get us not to go there, huh? They was trying to get us not to go there, huh? What? They was trying to get us not to go there, huh? Oh, it's over with. It's over with, fam. Hey, look. So they'll be like this. Prophet Noble Drew Ali, he was a master. He was an avatar. This is what the prophet did for us. Not only did he deal with civics, the science of government, he also dealt with healthcare. He was going to and from healing people with natural elixirs. Do the research. So Prophet Noble Drew Ali was dealing with health. He was dealing with the science of government, positive law, jurisprudence. He was also dealing with traders. At the same time, then he was also using self-defense by leaving us instructions for knowledge of self, which is there. Do you see? Prophet Noble Drew Ali left the divine warning for humanity. He also left the national mission statement. So even if you didn't want to join a so-called temple on the actual land, you still would have knowledge of self from the literature that he wrote himself and he published himself. This is why the Prophet Noble Drew Ali get high honors and high respect for the work that he did. Not what they heard him do. Nah, it's what he did from boots to the ground. And they tried to get on the Prophet. Prophet Noble Drew Ali had a military with him. They do the research. So he was dealing with all this conglomerate of Moorish science and Moorish history, knowledge of self and self-defense. He wasn't just locked in one thing where he just talked about, he talked about being universal. That part. Being universal, because he was a universal prophet. Universal prophet, universal law. This is why we go all the way back to the beginning of the beam out when we saying what? All these are universal schools. It's the universe. We all go into the universe to study different techniques. It's no different than going into the astrological wheel of cosmology. You go there and you study each sign in the zodiac chart, the zodiac constitution. You don't just be like, well, I'm a Virgo, so I'm only gonna know about Virgos. Well, I'm a Scorpio, I'm only gonna want to know about Scorpios. That's cap. Well, I'm an Aries, I'm a Leo, I'm only gonna study my sign. I don't care about no other sign. Why would you want to do that for? Why wouldn't you want to learn about all the other signs? Why wouldn't you want to learn about all the other signs? Because all the other signs will give knowledge about tendencies, characteristics, positives, negatives, different traits that each sign has. I mean, that's growth and development, though, to be universal. I mean, ain't that what it's all about? And ain't all those signs connected to one wheel? All those signs are connected to one great cosmic wheel. And we all are connected to the great cosmic wheel because we're having a spiritual experience on this planet. We all are having these experiences. It's like being in an apartment building. Just because we in one building, you know, apartment buildings, you got all different kind of situations and whatnot going on in apartment buildings. In each one of those units, somebody is going through a different experience in each unit. They're not all having the same experience. Each unit is having different life experiences in each unit of, you would say, an apartment, for example. Y'all not all having the same experiences. You feel me? Y'all each having different experience. We are all each having different experiences in this great building called Gaia, the earth. Maghrib is the land that we own, though. So in the land that we own in North America, here, the land that we own here, in the land that we own right here, we have to start diving in to where it's at. How do we dive into where it's at? We got to go back here. We got to go to new growth. We got to go to new growth. You see? Study the ancient tools. All these are Moorish tools, fam. You feel me? All these are ancient tools. You dealing with astrology, you dealing with an ancient Moorish science culture tool. It's called Man Know Thyself. That's what it's called. You feel me? That's what it's called. So we saying new growth, right? New growth. Let me read this to you real fast. What it say? A trying issue faces many of us in these days. Involves the damaging residuals of ignorance and closed-mindedness due to the forced illiteracy initiated by European slaveholders in North America and abroad. High levels of social, economic, political, and spiritual ignorance runs rampant throughout suppressed communities across the land due to the Inquisition, subjugation, culture, and colonial imposed ignorance. The natural people have been markedly stagnated by the absence of knowledge. Let me throw some ink on that. That needs some ink on it. Yeah. That needs some ink on it. The natural people have been markedly stagnated by an absence of knowledge about the divine laws of nature and of the absolute connections between those natural laws and themselves. By the masses of the oppressed peoples being made artificially absent of the ancient knowledge about cosmology, keys to civilization. A corruptive disharmony with nature has come to exist among the unsuspecting. The consequences of such ignorance exposes them to effects of causes which they have little knowledge of. That being a common social injury alone should inspire many of us to go back to those ancient governmental principles of our foremothers and forefathers and motivate us to study. Peace, X. It'd be no different than somebody claiming to be a DJ. Now, they claiming to be a rap artist, but everybody who really knows hip hop and they really know music, they know that the DJ is the backbone of hip hop. The DJ. So you can be a rapper, you can be an MC, but you still have 5 principles when it comes to hip hop. Principles, fam. And the DJ is the backbone. The DJ is the one that get everybody moving. The DJ. So if somebody has no knowledge of, we could just say hip hop, they'll think that the rapper is the one that has the keys. But the real key is all 5 of those. And the backbone in that music world called hip hop would be the DJ. No different if you say law. Law governs all events. And nationalism is the backbone, and birthrights are the backbone for this harmony that we have on this planet. So the harmony will come back once again on this planet when nationalism start DJing out here. When birthrights start DJing out here. When you dive into that, then you start diving into the solution. You talking about the party. The party is nationalism. The party is birthrights. That's when the party gonna start. But the party ain't gonna stop. The party gonna stay getting fucked up. You gonna party for a little bit, party toe up. Why? Because you ain't got the backbone in there. The backbone is this. The backbone is this. This is the harmony. This is the frequency. This is the vibration. This is the party. This is the lifeline. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali said, I'm going to give y'all more something to shout about. So you want to shout about something? This is where the party at. This the party right here. Everything else, like so-called black and people of color, don't you notice how all their parties always get shut down? Don't all the so-called black parties always get shut down? They get shut down, don't they? Guess what? This party right here can't be shut down. Once everybody start partying, and you know how we love to party, right? You know how we love to party. You hear the horns going off, right? Huh? You know how we love to party, right? We love to party. Oh, yeah. We love to party. But how about this party right here? It can't be shut down. Nationalism. Oh, you know we love to eat. We love to eat. So we love to eat. We love to party. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I guess what, though? This party can't get shut down. Especially by no hyper-Europeans. That part. That part. That part. This part right here. Huh? So you claim the land, then the party can begin. You claim your land, you claim your birthrights, you start having new growth, you stop identifying as colors, you start dealing with real spirituality. You start dealing with real spirituality, then you're going to be like, what? Real spirituality? Then you're going to have what? What you going to have? You're going to have victory. Son, you're going to have victory. Because you're going to link up your yang energy and you're going to link up your yin energy. That part. That part. You're going to link up your energies, fam. You feel me? You're going to link up. You want to link up your energy? Or you going to get these people to, they talking about it right now. 2025, they talking about dropping another so-called pandemic down. They talking about dropping another one down. 2020, y'all ain't see the report? In 2025, they talking about dropping another so-called pandemic again. Are y'all seeing the reports that they putting out? The reason why they put it out is because it's predictive programming. Get people to see it early, and then when it happened, they don't even care no more. And we told them what we was going to do, and they went for it again. It's called predictive programming. This is why they put it out early. They put it out early to say, we told y'all. We told y'all, and hey, y'all consented. Y'all went with it. Y'all went for it. Ain't like we made y'all. Ain't like we made y'all. Ain't like nobody making you identify as this right here. Nobody is forcing you to say this frequency out your mouth. Think about it. Nobody is telling you that you this, making you say that you this. They not telling you when you come outside and you identify in the world, you this. Ain't nobody making you do it. It's consent. You feel me? It's nobody making you do nothing. These people can't make us do nothing. They can finesse us though. They can trick us though. And once we accept the trick, then we got it. You feel me? Once you accept the trick, then they got you. Then they got you. This is how it works. 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 This is how it's always worked. But we off that frequency right now. Because we on knowledge of self right now. We on knowing our enemies right now. We on knowing our environment. Being spiritually fit, mentally fit, and physically fit. Declaration of Nationality is the order of the day. That's the order of the day. Nationalism. That's the self-defense that we all been looking for. Because we looking around like, man, why do this keep happening to our people? It seems like only our people is going through this struggle. Because we ain't been practicing the right self-defense. The right self-defense is nationalism. That's the right self-defense. Complaining, having beliefs, having conviction about your beliefs, that's not the self-defense that's going to work. Just like going to self-defense school, studying Taekwondo, studying Wing Chun, studying Jeet Kune Do, studying Jiu-Jitsu, any kind of martial art. You're studying a technique to defend yourself. But when you get into a fight, ain't nobody finna be like, well, you're using this technique. Nah, they gonna say, does the technique that you using work for you? The thing about our people is the techniques of so-called civil rights, they not working because they are unconstitutional. So the self-defense ain't gonna work that way. That's why anybody that has some injustice done to them and went to some court and they called it out for civil rights, they always lost. Because civil rights don't deal with human rights. That part. That part. Civil rights don't deal with criminal activity. It don't deal with human rights. That's why anybody that go through some kind of crime, with slave patrol or anything that's been happened to us, they always try to put us in the color category, like black people of color, Indian, and it don't get no justice. There's no victory in that because that's the wrong defense. The self-defense is nationalism. Yeah. Which is right here. Which is hold up. Which is right here. Which is right here. See this? Right here. See? Natural peoples, man. Natural peoples of the land, we don't have to deal with federal code regulations. We ain't got to deal with none of that. The natural people of the land don't have to deal with no federal codes and regulations and statutes and all that. Why? Because a birth certificate, look at this. Peace. What did it say right here? A birth record is not sufficient evidence to establish identity for these purposes. Oh, wow. A birth certificate is a bond, an instrument proving human bondage and trafficking, transferring flesh and blood beings into corporate fictions, therefore is a party to denationalizing a flesh and blood being. Wow. Human trafficking. Human trafficking. Islam to all y'all Moors out there. Huh? Human trafficking ain't never stopped. But hold up. Everybody has the right to life, liberty, and property. So if they saying property is a so-called person of color, then somebody can claim you as a piece of property because you claiming yourself as property. Fam. Yo. If you claiming to be property, somebody has the right to use you as human trafficking property because you claiming to be property yourself. You claiming to be this. So if you claiming to be property, you're going to be treated accordingly as property. But if you claim to be a free, sentient being who has a birthright and a nationality, whether you European or more, when they put a birth certificate on you and you accept the birth certificate, when you apply for a driver's license, when you register to vote, you're applying for your own human trafficking spot. Ain't it wild though? But it's so simple. Stop agreeing with these people. Stop. All we got to do is stop agreeing. That's it. Stop agreeing and start enforcing law. That's it. You see? You can't buy your freedom. Whether you are Moor or not, or you an Albion, it doesn't matter. This dark energy right here, these people, fam, they have been finessing the planet. This is all they've been doing. And now the Great Awakening is on because more and more, I'm seeing Moors out there start vibrating on a different level and start speaking out on different levels. And now I'm starting to see you Moorish women out there. Y'all starting to actually be vocal now. Y'all ain't harmonizing with the black no more. Y'all starting to harmonize with nationality. Y'all starting to harmonize with birthrights. See, that's the revelation. That's the great meeting. You Moorish women, you don't even realize how powerful you are. You don't realize it. You don't realize the frequency that y'all give off is a divine feminine energy. Man, Moorish man, we give off a divine masculine energy. But we need the Moorish women's divine feminine energy operating on a higher self, not a lower self, as twerking, shaking your asses, throwing it up for cash. That's a low vibration, a low energy, a low frequency. The higher y'all start vibrating, the higher and the more healing on the planet will come faster healing. All it's going to take is the unification of the mind. That's all it's going to take. Moorish women, Moorish man, even the Albions, when they start vibrating on higher frequencies, it's going to be another change for them. But for the planets, we the ones that got to kick it off. Moors do. So forget about the prostitution culture. Forget about the whore culture that these people are promoting. They promoting whore culture. They're promoting our women to shake their ass for cash. They promoting women out here to devalue themselves. Just like they promoting men to be out here devaluing themselves. It's the same thing, man. It's the same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Don't sign up no more for human trafficking. Don't sign up for human trafficking no more, man. Don't do it. I got some good news and I got some bad news. The bad news is I got to move around. The good news is it's always love. Each one teach one. It's time now. Yeah, it's that time. I got to move around now. I got an appointment. Damn. It seemed like it just got started, though. It seemed like we just got started, man. It just seemed like we just got started, didn't it? Damn. It seemed like we just got started. Seemed like we just got started, man. But that's how I go. Each one teach one. Seemed like you just got started. Let me show y'all these books before I get up out of here, though. Yeah. Get some screenshots. Islam to all y'all. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Much love to all y'all out there. Don't forget about this one, though. Don't forget about this one. Mentally fit, physically fit, spiritually fit. Yes, sir. Rep them flags. Throw them flags up. Decolonize the mind. It's our time, wars. Self-defense mean defend self. Nationalism is the defense. Nationalism is the defense. We've been going everywhere else trying to fight except for nationalism. This is the defense mechanism we need to activate, socially and politically. That's our sovereign self-defense, because we the sovereigns of the land, universally recognized as Moors. Yeah, that's the self-defense we own. We own that. We own that. Woo. Yeah. Yes, sir. Rise of the Moors. Shout out to them. You say you shaking too much. That shit, it's a move, fam. Yeah, I'll keep it still for you, bro. I'll keep it right. I'll keep the camera on the book right here for you. Go ahead. Yes, sir. Yeah. Go to rvbaypublications.com. rvbaypublications.com. Make sure to go there. rvbaypublications.com. Make sure to go there. All right? Make sure you tune in to the Moors up there in Canaan land. Canaan land Moors. Make sure you go tune in to my brother Cujo now. All them up there in Canaan land. It's not Canada. It's Canaan land. All right? Canada is a corporation. The land is North America. That area is Canaan land. Make sure you tune in to the Moors up there. All right? Study out there with the Moors on the West Coast over there. Khalifa Society. Study up with them if you're on the West Coast. You're on the East Coast. It's a gang of Moors all over there to study with. All right? My brother Miz and all the rest of the Moors over there on the East Coast. Down south, it's Moors all down there. All the way down Florida. It's Moors everywhere. Because it's our time right now. All right? Each one teach one. Our self-law winning master. Stay in tune. Don't get ready. Stay ready. And when you ready, be on that. Peace, Moors.